What is going on? My name is Ario the Juiced. This is Juicy Tech Podcast. Excuse me. Okay, it's been a while since I posted a long form video on this channel. I've been extremely busy. Okay, I have like 4 different YouTube channels that I run. 4. Okay, it's a lot of work running a channel on YouTube, but 4. Anyway. So I have that. I work a full-time job. I have 2 little dogs. I have a wife. My life is just not, it's busy, and it's busy. So excuse the large gap and the absence of long form videos on this channel, but I'm still here posting. I'm still here, I promise. But this is going to be an update of where I am right now in my journey into the tech field from being in logistics of last year. So the last time I posted something long form, it was something in regards of, well, I'll just say this. The last time you heard where I worked, it was at Pfizer, right? As a tech sales rep. And I'm still there right now. And the announcement right now is that I'm actually leaving the company by November this month, basically this year. I decided it wasn't for me. The culture of the company doesn't really fit me. Not a bad place to work. Awesome place, but it's just not for me. And I tried it and didn't like it. So, spoke with the managers, really awesome people, and they understood. And I think I came to a conclusion that I'm going to resign by this month, and I'm excited about that actually. So, I'm actually going to work somewhere else. I won't disclose the name of the company or the job title, but it is in tech, right? I'll just do it before. I just want to kind of just test the water and try it and see if I like it. But I did find new opportunities after Pfizer, so that's awesome. Now I do want to talk about that in this video, opportunities, right? And before I talk about this, I still to this very day receive emails from people stating that, asking me a question basically, is it worth it going to a boot camp in 2024, basically? And that's what I really want to talk about the most, and also opportunities. Excuse me. Whew, excuse me. That was good. I had some, dinner just now, like 10 minutes ago. So excuse the gas. But yes, I do want to talk about that. Is it worth the money? Is it worth the time going to a boot camp in this economy, in this current state of the job market in the tech field? Is it worth it becoming a developer? Right? I do want to be very honest and straight up with people. And I think that's why people like to come to this channel, because I'm very straightforward and I'm just really honest about these things. So in 2024, it's really 2023, but it's like a few more weeks left to 2024. So in 2024, is it worth it going to a boot camp? My answer to that is both yes and no. It's worth it and it's not worth it. Now let's talk about why it's not worth the time, the money to go to a boot camp or even college for, to try to get a job as a programmer or anything in tech right now, basically. Now, the reason why it's a no, because the market is very strange and upside down. It's bad. The layoffs are crazy. It's going to get even crazier next year. That's the scary part. And that's the biggest cons about, maybe joining a boot camp may not be the best idea for you. And that's the reason to me. That's the top reason for it. It's the job market is not the most stable right now. It's just now that's not me discouraging you to not, try to at least, trying to get into this field. I encourage it. I think you should still go for it, even though the market is not the best in the economy and the cost of living is insane. Go for it, right? But it may be a bad time for some people to join a boot camp, right? Because of the job market. That's one reason why it's a major con, right? That's one con of a boot camp is a bad idea for most people, right? The job market is not the best, right? Number 2 con that I think a boot camp may be a bad idea is simply because, it just depends on where you are in terms of your knowledge in the tech space, something in IT programming. It depends on where you are in terms of your knowledge of these different spaces, right? IT, developing. Where are you in terms of your tech skills, your hard skills? So what I mean by this is this. If you are brand new to, let's say, IT or development, right? If you're brand new to either or job titles, a boot camp may be a bad idea. It may be a really bad idea for you because you're so new to it. And by me saying that, I would recommend for you, right, the newbie, is to learn as much as you can on your own. So watch tutorials, maybe take a little course for like 3 months and really kind of have an idea on what to expect and how does this all work and what is this, right? Really learn as much as you can on your own, right? If you have to learn about computer science, algorithms, data, just binary, like learn as much as you can on your own. And of course, it depends on what you're trying to do, right? But learn as much as you can. But let's just say, for example, if it's development. So I would encourage you to learn about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, at least kind of get your foot wet and figure out what are these technologies, what's the purpose of them, and what interests you about them also, right? So yeah, if you're brand new to tech, if you're brand new to the tech space, I would recommend not joining a boot camp. Excuse me, that was my keys. My bad, excuse me. I would recommend for you not to join a boot camp for that reason alone. So those are the two main reasons why I would tell people to kind of stray away from boot camps or institutions, for those two reasons, those top reasons alone, right? Now, is the best part, the pros about going to a boot camp, and why I would recommend for people to still join a boot camp in 2024. There's actually one reason, and this reason to me overshadows the two cons I just gave you, right? This one reason alone overshadows everything. Now, let's go to get started. The number one reason why I think a boot camp is a good idea is simply because of networking, okay? People do not understand the power of networking. It is extremely powerful. Okay. The reason why I say this is because, so for all of the jobs that I've had, right, in the tech space, were from a reference, right? I have a lot of references. People will vouch for me because people, not to toot my own horn, but people enjoy my presence. People like me and they want to see me win, just like I want to see them win, right? With all that said, by me having a good relationship with a lot of a lot of very important people, and with really high paying jobs, I have a really good bond with these people, right? So when someone's calling them and trying to get information about me because of their status or their job title, my reference, it makes me look really, really good in the eyes of the recruiter or the employer or whoever the person is trying to, grill me, the hiring manager. I look good when they call my reference, really good. And I was able to gain these references by going to a boot camp. Okay. The boot camp was very costly. It was expensive, but it was worth every penny because of the amount of references that I've gained, right? The friends that I've made and people that I've met. The point is, it was worth the money because had I not gone to that boot camp, it would be very hard for me to find work because I have no professional references. Nobody knows me. Believe it or not, in the tech space, and this is from my experience. Believe it or not, but it's really about who you know and not what you know. Now, I've learned about this concept 20 years ago, right? Something like that, when I worked as an intern as an audio engineer in South Beach, Miami. Long story short, I got my job as an intern because my mentor, my then mentor, knew a engineer, and him and the engineer were friends. My mentor spoke highly of me to the engineer. The engineer, interviewed me, and he hired me as an intern right off bat. Now, I had no real college education, meaning I never went to college. I took some kind of course thing, and that's how I met my mentor. But it was nothing like going to like Full Sail, like a big school like Full Sail in Orlando, Florida, SAE in Miami, some kind of big school like Berkeley. I never had a chance to go to these big institutions, yet I still found work. Right. I beat a lot of those students who have maybe thousands of dollars in student loan debt going to these schools. I beat them by just having a reference, a very strong reference. Right. So I understand the idea of it's all about who you know, not what you know. It's a real thing. It's a real thing in the tech space as well. Now, hard skills are still important. I'm not saying that it's not important. Of course, you need to know your stuff. Right. But believe it or not, believe it or not, this is coming from my experience so far, right? So far, my opportunities were, I was able to gain these opportunities from my soft skills, my reference, not my hard skills, right? People have to like you to find work in 2024. This is where we are. If people do not like you, I don't care how good you are in coding, IT, if people cannot stand you or like your presence or like working with you, it's not going to happen. And it's a real thing. Believe it or not, it's a real thing that helps people find work. People love working with people they get along with. Nobody wants to work with someone they cannot stand. It's going to be a very unpleasant environment. Work is not going to get done because of this tension. You know what I mean? You want the opposite. You want to be within a culture. Everyone's having fun, enjoying each other's presence, and they're working, getting things done. It's a great marriage when people like you and you're working with them. So this is what I've been experiencing so far in the tech space is, again, my references, my soft skills, my networking. It's a big deal. And I was able to gain these amazing people's phone numbers and emails by going to a boot camp in person. So this is why I would very much encourage anybody to join a boot camp in person to meet people. You never know if your classmates will one day own a company and they need developers or IT people, and they remember you as, a classmate, and they liked you. They will hire you because they know you and they like you. Easy. They will skip you in front of the line because they know you. They know you direct. They know you in person. Like it's very pleasant. It's comfortable. Why would I hire some dude off the streets or some female, whatever, that I don't know who they are? I have to really vet this person compared to the person that I went to school with. I'm going to hire you first, most likely. So this is a real thing. So again, I very much push the idea that boot camps are a great idea not just because of what's being taught to you, but the amount of people you're going to meet is life-changing. Of course, if you get along with people, you have to go there, get along with people, and go from there, right? And that's what I did. I went to the school. The school that I went to was called Boca Code in Boca Raton. Went there, met a lot of amazing, talented people, and some of them are my friends. I've met the amazing owners, the senior developers, the teacher assistants. I met all of these amazing, talented people, and it's dope. Now they know me, right? And when they see me, they know me. It's gonna be if I ever need their help, they will be willing to assist. And that's because I went to a boot camp. I would not have this opportunity had I not gone to a boot camp. And nobody knows me. It's not gonna happen, right? Surprisingly, the job that I found that I'm going to work in after Pfizer, there's a person who, let's say this. I went on the jobs LinkedIn that I'm going to work for. I went on their LinkedIn and I saw who follows them. If it's anyone that is a mutual friend of mine on LinkedIn. And I saw one person who is a very well-established woman in the tech space here in South Florida. She owns a company and she knows everybody and everybody knows her. Every big company that's in tech knows her. And long story short, she follows the job that I'm going to work for. So I know who she is too. So when I go there, I'm going to mention her name, and you know what I mean? And hopefully someone that, works with her directly or closely knows who she is, and we could just have, like we'll have a bond because we know who she is. You know what I mean? So it's amazing. So by her following their LinkedIn, she co-signs that this is a good place to work. So I cannot wait to meet some new people. And I can't wait to bring up her name and let them know, hey, she was also a sponsor or a supporter of Boca, which she was. She was a big supporter of Boca, my school that I went to. And now she's a supporter of this company. It's dope. It's a small world, dude. So I cannot wait to meet people and just bring up her name and see what does she do there. This is going to be awesome. So again, it's all because of me going to a boot camp. Even though I didn't even graduate, right? I didn't even finish the boot camp. I didn't even finish it, okay? But I still gained so much opportunity from just going there because of the networking. It's amazing the power of speaking with human beings and just interacting and like each other, and like there's a bond, and you guys have something that you can relate to. It's an interesting vibe. It's dope. It's so much fun and it's comfortable. You want to see people win that you are friends with. That's just how it works. You know what I mean? You love seeing your friends win. And that's the power of networking, believe it or not. Anyway, listen, let me get up out of here. We're about 16 minutes in. Let me show you this nice space that I'm in right now. I live here in this really nice apartment building, this luxury apartment building with my wife called Madeira. Look at this beautiful space. This room was designed solely for work. So if you work from home, let me get this out of the shop. What's this on the shop? What is this? What is this? Is it back here? Oh, whatever. So I'm sorry for the whatever that's blocking the that's in the shot that's bombing it. But this is a beautiful space right here. There's nice lounge seats everywhere. Yeah, it's a really nice apartment building. We just moved in here like 2 months ago. It's really expensive here. It's like really pricey, especially because we live here in South Florida, close to Fort Lauderdale and Miami. So these kind of places are super expensive. These really luxury like looking buildings. It's nice though. But this room that I'm in right now is a room that you can use to do whatever work. If you work from home, bring your laptop over here. You can bring your coffee, your drinks, just chill. There's a printer over there somewhere. I use this room to actually film and vlog and do my podcast. It's an awesome space. I love that they have this available. And there's like 3 rooms like this. It's sick. Beautiful. Anyway, let me get up out of here. Much love to you. Have an awesome day. If you have any questions, let me know. Please feel free to contact me via email. The podcast is also available. Check that out. Support it. We have episodes there live right now. And I'll keep you up to date with my journey in the tech space. I'm still developing, still programming. I'm doing it all, really. I love the tech space. I'm learning everything because I think that's really important in today's world. I'm learning about IT. I'm doing it all, really. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, just keep in touch, by supporting this channel. Again, subscribe, comment, like, and share. And I would love to hear from you. But until meantime, thanks for watching. Peace out. Catch you on the next one.